Hi, my name is Steve, and Bernie has asked me just to share with you a little bit about this phrase co-working plus. Those of you who were there at the conference we did last month here at Peckham Levels, we talked about this programme, which is really just about what else can we do in co-working spaces. For two audiences. One is our own audiences, and there's some wonderful work being done in co-working spaces across the country and across Europe, which builds teams and creates community within the co-working space. But I suppose from us, our perspective, we're looking at also what co-working spaces can do to people who need to come in. Need because they need employment, or they need volunteering opportunities, or they need English language training, or they need social entrepreneurship training. And our experience at Facework is that if you use a space like this to talk to the local authority or to housing associations or to other charities about making the spaces affordable, they will often pay you to host people from their constituencies. So here at Peckham Levels, we've got a couple of examples where we've got volunteer hosts, people who can't afford a full-time place, but volunteer one day to help host, and they get 2 days free. And some of our Ukrainian refugees who we support in another project are part of that. And it really strengthens the diversity, it gives people work experience, and it helps people to feel that the space is well managed. The second idea is that we've also got a relationship with Peabody, a big housing association, and so we host 6 of their tenants here, and Peabody pay for that. And so Ryan runs something called
Poetic Unity.
And he comes to our co-working spaces, what, once or twice a week?
Yeah.
Tell a little bit, what have you gained from being part of this co-working space?
I would say the great thing about this space is it gives us the opportunity to use the space for the projects that we're doing and not worry about having to find the right space to actually bring our community together. At the moment we're doing something for Mental Health Awareness Week,
Come on in,
next week.
have
a look.
So, guys, just give us a big wave. You're part of Poetic Unity. And it's a real win-win because we want to see more diversity, we want to see more people who come into this space, young people, people who've got different backgrounds and experiences. And the third thing is that we also run some training programs here in our workspaces called Changemakers, which is about social entrepreneurship and actually helping people in the workspace, linking them with people who've already got mentoring skills or skills in. And one of the things that I'd say to anybody who's running a co-working space, whether it's like a social enterprise or a social impact project like ours or just a commercial workspace, is this kind of partnership and these kind of co-working plus initiatives help you in the bottom line. If you can get an anchor tenant who's paying for people like a housing association, if you can run programs that are funded by the government or funded by local authorities. One of the things that we've been very good at doing is actually working with Lewisham Council, who actually have got UK Shared Prosperity funding, levelling up funding. And I think what you'll find is if you go and talk to your local authorities, and Joyce from Islington was at our last conference talking to John Alexander from the Citizens book, talking about how do we create greater social impact, social mobility, and support people who are furthest from the labour market. And local authorities, housing associations, other charities are desperately interested in this area, and we in our co-working industries can really help. So on the 6th of June, I'm just going to be running a little workshop sharing some of the ideas that we've got, but also listening to other people's projects. At the conference last month, we had some wonderful examples of people who are running childcare creches and support parents who've got childcare responsibilities in a co-working space. Other people are doing work with schools. In schools, the whole idea of work experience isn't mandatory anymore. Wouldn't it be great if co-working spaces open their doors to a sixth form college for a day, and so the sixth form college can come and work in a co-working spaces, and that integration and contact and having conversations with people in the world workplace will make such a difference. All the research shows the more communication, the more exposure you have to the world of work before you start work, the better it is. So there we go. You can download this Co-working Plus leaflet from the Facework website. I run Facework, face.work/co-work plus, and I'll tell you more on the 6th of June. Take care.